Hello and welcome back to Thespis in the Green Room. It's Bruce and Melanie here. Hey, Melanie.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, how we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. Doing all right. Trying to stay cool. It's been getting hot at the moment.
Oh my
Hot and
goodness,
sticky.
so hot.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part about recording because I turn off all the fans and the air conditioning. I just sit
Mhm.
here in my little sweat box
And swelter, yeah.
and swelter while I talk to you.
I understand. That's why these mini casts are great, right? Because you don't have to swelter too long.
Absolutely. So let's get on with it so I can turn the AC back on.
That's right. Well, we are back again, like we said, with another mini cast. And in this episode, we're going to discuss Thursday's big reveal. Now, what is that reveal, you ask? I'll tell you. A trailer for the film version of Tick, Tick, Boom dropped. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed it did. Very exciting stuff. And for those of you who are not familiar with Tick, Tick, Boom, allow me to fill you in.
Please do.
Tick, Tick, Boom was a musical created by Jonathan Larson. Now, Jonathan Larson, we all know, he wrote the musical Rent, which is the 11th longest running Broadway show, a Tony winner, a Pulitzer Prize winner, and so many other accolades.
Yes, and Tick, Tick, Boom was a piece he created even before Rent. It started out as a solo piece, a one-man show that Larson himself performed. And the story is semi-autobiographical and tells the tale of an aspiring musical theater composer living in New York in the 90s, wondering if his chosen career path is a mistake while still being pulled to his calling of creating musical theater.
Yes, and that's what the Tick, Tick is. The Tick, Tick and the Tick, Tick, Boom. It is his art calling him to create. Larson developed Tick, Tick, Boom through several workshops and festivals. And it was at one of these festival performances where he caught the attention of emerging producer Jeffrey Sellers. Now, Sellers began working with Larson, and Larson went on to write Rent, which Sellers produced, eventually getting the show to Broadway.
And Rent, of course, was a breakthrough musical when it debuted. It's a rock musical based loosely on Puccini's opera La Bohème. And it was a breakthrough at the time because the characters were dealing with poverty, drug addiction, and HIV/AIDS. And these topics combined with the variety of characters' backgrounds, ethnicities, sexual preferences, and lifestyles. Broadway had not seen anything so encompassing like this before. And the show collected a slew of awards. It ran for 12 years on Broadway, launched several careers, and it was made into a major motion picture.
It was. And of course, the tragedy is that Jonathan Larson didn't live to see this success. He died suddenly the day of the first off-Broadway preview performance of Rent. Larson died from an aortic dissection, which was caused by an undetected aortic aneurysm. So his passing was completely unexpected and a shock, and he was only 35 at the time.
Oh, goodness gracious, I know. But his work went on to seal his place in theater history because, like you said, Rent played for 12 years and in every country. And, I saw it in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was quite amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. I remember when I was in college, everybody talking about it, the cast recording, everybody had the cast. That was back when we had CDs,
Right.
Everybody had the cast recording.
What's a CD now, right?
CD. Yeah. So, and then Tick, Tick, Boom, of course, was also one of these works that has garnered a lot of attention and helped seal Larson's name in theater history.
And it's not one that I'm super familiar with. I'm familiar with some of the music, so I'm kind of really intrigued by, this film production. And Tick, Tick, Boom was further developed by Larson's producer, Jeffrey Sellers, after Larson's death. Because of what Larson created with Rent, it just gave him that much more ability to get his other pieces out there. So he brought in a playwright, David Auburn, who might be best known for his Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize winning play, Proof, to revamp Tick, Tick, Boom. And they changed the show from a one-man musical to a three-person musical, and it premiered off-Broadway in 2001.
Right. And of course, the show was an absolute hit. It has had several revivals, a U.S. tour, international productions, including an off-West End production in London. And of course, now it's being turned into a feature film.
So let's talk about the film.
Let's.
Okay.
That's what this trailer was all about that came out on Thursday. Now, the film's screenplay has been adapted from the stage version by Stephen Levinson, who audiences may know best as the musical book writer for Dear Evan Hansen. So, of course, that's not the novel that it was based on. That's the script of the musical when we say the book of the musical. The cast for Tick, Tick, Boom has been augmented yet again, and we will see more actors on screen than we would have seen in a stage production. And I'm super excited because I actually know a couple of people who are in this film. So I'm looking forward to seeing.
That is cool.
Yeah, they're seeing some familiar faces, or familiar to me anyway.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, Academy Award nominee and Tony Award winner Andrew Garfield is in the lead role of John. Garfield, who many will recognize from his turn as Spider-Man on the big screen, among other film, television, and theater roles.
Yeah, he's very talented. And can I just add that Garfield went to Central, which is, one of the schools I went to. Thank you. Okay.
And he was also in that, in the production of Angels in America that was filmed as well. Yeah.
Yes, he was incredible in that. And that started in London at the National Theatre, but then I moved to Broadway. Right. And they filmed that as well. So, yeah, he was incredible in that.
Yeah.
And he was also in Hacksaw Ridge, which was very popular.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. Good movie.
Right. So excellent actor. Right. And so the other big draw to this film is that it's Lin-Manuel Miranda's feature film directorial debut.
Goodness gracious.
He is a busy man.
You can't keep him down. No, he sure is. Because, of course, now, I mean, at the moment, the film version of In the Heights was just released as well. So, I mean, the man does not slow down. That's for sure.
No. And I haven't seen the In the Heights movie, but I'm looking forward to it.
No, the trailer's incredible because it's just encompasses, I mean, it's gritty looking, and the dance numbers and how it's filmed. It's kind of classic musical filming in a way, I think. I think of some big musicals, not that Mamma Mia is anything to compare to, but when you think of some of these musicals that have these big, fun numbers, dance numbers, that's kind of thing that incorporate a large cast. That's what it kind of reminded me of in a way. Just some really great filming techniques and different perspectives that they're filming from. Yeah, it looks really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've seen the stage version twice. I saw it on Broadway, with Lin-Manuel Miranda in it, which was really cool.
Wow.
I got to see that right before I left New York, right before I moved away. So that was cool. And then I saw it when Glow did it.
Yeah, that's right. I saw it with Glow as well. And they did a nice job with it as well.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see the movie version.
Yeah.
And I've read in some interviews with Lin-Manuel Miranda that Rent and Tick, Tick, Boom both had a huge impact on him as an emerging theater artist. And he also played the part of John in Encore's off-center revival of Tick, Tick, Boom in 2014. That was just before Hamilton exploded onto the Broadway scene.
Wow.
So in Encores, for those who don't know, that is a program that happens in New York. They do revival, hence the name Encores. They do revival productions. And they're usually brief runs. They're not like a long-term run. They're often concert-style, brief engagement type thing.
Right. Limited engagement.
Limited engagement. That's where I'm going. Exactly. So he did that with Encores. He did Tick, Tick, Boom and played the role of John. So I imagine this is a very personal project for him.
Oh, I would bet. Bet. And although we don't have exact release dates for Tick, Tick, Boom, it looks like it will probably be out in the fall in select theaters and streaming on Netflix. So there you go.
It is a Netflix production.
Wow. Gee, that Netflix, they're just growing and growing, aren't they?
They're just everywhere.
They are. Goodness gracious. Well, I'll look forward to seeing that for sure.
Yeah. Definitely want to see that because I've not ever seen Tick, Tick, Boom. I don't think I've heard too much of the music even.
No, I've heard a couple of pieces, and in fact, my daughter was kind of familiar with it, so that's kind of how it was kind of introduced to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So we will keep our eyes peeled, and maybe we'll get a chance to do a little review of the movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we should do that as well as In the Heights. Kind of combine it, do a movie musical day, and then chat about it.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right,
Bruce.
Well, again, good to catch up, even though it was brief and quick, but good to catch up.
Yes. Well, I'm glad we got a chance to chat about this trailer because it is all in the Broadway news headlines right now. Everybody's excited about Tick, Tick, Boom. So we'll drop the link here on our page. If you're checking out our podcast on our podcast homepage, we can drop links underneath the episode. So we will do that. And if you're not on our homepage, Google away. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or
Absolutely.
elsewhere. So.
Yeah, you know it. Or on Netflix, right?
Or Netflix. Yeah, well.
Yeah, they sometimes have a preview page there for
They
things.
might.
So,
Yeah, they
yep.
probably do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Well, good to talk with you. Again, we'll catch up soon. Stay well.
All right, Bruce. Stay
And
cool.
stay cool. All right. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thespis in the Green Room is a Courageous Crossings production.